Let's put it this way. As an agent and as a buyer, most of the opportunities that we see in the market are because of mismanagement.
100%.
Whether it's mismanaged books or the mismanaged property. If this property was operating at full value and then they sold it, in a small case, 50 to 100 grand more. In the big cases, it could be in the millions. About a couple other things too, because you talked about this once. When you get into the bigger stuff, particularly, is maintaining good books and keeping them clean.
Oh man!
Because when you go to sell that property, people are buying the income and they're buying the NOI basically.
Yeah.
So for larger stuff, you've seen some weird stuff on the books, right? Like people were putting their own personal vehicle on the books, and that hurts what you can show.
Yeah, for sure. So when I bought that building in Michigan. And I've had multiple buildings where I was underwriting them and figuring out, what I wanted to buy the property for. I would always see weird line items on the books there. And, the Canton property had like, what were they doing? They were putting their lease payment for a car under employee wages on the books. So then what happens? They have to come back to me and be like, okay, well, this is where the lease payment is. You got to break this out. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, is that true? Is it not true? Like, as soon as you don't want a scenario where someone is trying to buy your property when you want to sell it, and they're looking at this and saying like, why the is this expense so high? And then you got to go back and explain it. Mm-hmm. You know what that does to the buyer? Yeah. Like, it raises flags.
Red flags.
And then I've had all kinds of scenarios where it was like, I'm siphoning off income from the property. So the employee wages are way too high. You got to take that into account. And I'm like, why can't you just run your straight? Yeah. Like, so I'm talking about like, a lot of people like will run gas like in their business or their income statements and stuff like that. Like, don't even do that shit. Like, literally.
Oh, like the personal vehicle gas.
Man, they get like, if you're going to actually have something, if you're actually going to have a scenario where you actually have to produce real accounting for a property, do not put anything other than what's related to that fucking property on that income statement and balance sheet.
Yeah, keep them clean.
Not one fucking thing.
And another thing too, when you have a properly managed building, especially when you get into the bigger stuff, when you manage it properly and keep the expenses down, that creates a higher NOI. It makes your
And what happens when you have a higher NOI?
You get a higher sale price.
Exactly.
Like, significantly. This can
Way
be
more.
like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so your 13% that you're saving on your $50 tank of gas is
costing you a lot more.
It's costing you way more than that 50% added on per month to the NOI. Think about that. Yeah. Think about that for 1 second. Think about if you can add $50 to $100 more per month to your rental property versus you throwing your gas on there. Yeah, think about what that would do.
It's huge.
Think about that. You
at
probably
a 5 cap.
At a 5 cap. What is that?
I don't know. Tens of thousands at least. What'd you say? $50 a month.
Not even. That's $50 a month. $50 a month is probably way too light. So say $100 times 12 divided by 5%. It's $24,000 more per month if you take stupid ass expenses.
$24,000 of value on the property.
$24,000 of value more per month at a 5 cap if you stop around on your income statement.
HST on your gas purchase.
It ain't worth it.
It doesn't make sense.
Now this is smaller. Like, this doesn't necessarily apply to smaller properties.
Yeah, like duplex, triplex.
Yeah, like you're probably not going to have like an income statement.
You won't even have one.
But if you have a portfolio, get rid of that shit. Yeah. It ain't helping you at all. Because when someone serious comes up and they want to buy a portfolio off of you for millions of dollars, and they look at your income statement and you got to feed them some bullshit because you wanted to throw your gas and your carpet and all this other shit on there, it ain't worth it. Yeah. Do it some other way. You can do some different shit where you're playing around with your your payables and receivables from the company. Just get it off the fucking books for your real estate.
Let's put it this way. As an agent and as a buyer, most of the opportunities that we see in the market are because of mismanagement.
100%.
Whether it's mismanaged books or the mismanaged property or bad tenants or below market rents, like whatever, it's always mismanaged. Like if this property was operating at full value and then they sold it, in a small case, 50 to 100 grand more. In the big cases, it could be in the millions.
Trigger.